to be here. This is my first visit to your country, but Lebanon has always held a special place in my heart because one of the things that sustained me in my 5 years of prison, and many of the other prisoners also, was Khalal. There was always a copy of the Prophet or Broken Wings in jail. What I was hoping to do with the stage show was to help balance some of the images in the movie Midnight Express. I love the film. As a filmmaker myself, it's a brilliantly made movie. I have some problems with it since it changes my story to a degree, which I understand for various reasons, for economic reasons and time and such. My biggest problem with the movie Midnight Express is the overall attitude it has towards the Turkish people. I actually very much enjoyed my time in Istanbul. I got along great with the Turkish people. The movie, you don't see any good Turks at all. And it creates an impression that this is a terrible country with terrible people, which isn't true, obviously. Oliver Stone, who I love, and I have problems because when he wrote Midnight Express, he was an unknown. He had a script called Platoon that he'd written and showed around in Hollywood, and everyone loved the script, but they wouldn't make the movie. Because politically, it was very dangerous. The Vietnam War was too close. I ran through Turkey for 3 days, dyeing my hair and avoiding border guards and swimming across the Maritsa River into Greece. Made for Hollywood, and they didn't do it. They had me inadvertently kill this guard, which again I didn't do, and then skip out the door. I always said if it was that easy to skip out the door, it wouldn't have taken me 5 years. So I escaped in a rowboat. I had my life back in my own 2 hands, rowing away from this island. Prison takes. I knew once I could get to this island, I'm a swimmer, I was a lifeguard and a surfer. I knew if I could get to this island, I would be able to escape. Either escape or be killed trying to escape. There was no in between. I was not going to go back to prison. Laws change from one country to another and one time period to another. And if you're going to give me more prison, I can't agree with you. All I can do is forgive you. That's the other end of what he said. I said forgive you. He said blank your sons and daughters. When I escaped in 1975, they didn't issue an Interpol warrant. When my book, Midnight Express, came out, they didn't issue an Interpol warrant. When the movie came out, and they saw that scene in the film where my character is screaming at the nation of Turkey and condemning all the pigs, that's when they issued the Interpol warrant that stood for the next 20 years. I'm not happy with politics. I don't think Erdogan is going to be leading Turkey into a good place. I believe he has usurped most of the power, and he's organizing it, and he has arrested thousands of journalists and teachers and policemen. I feel the same way, obviously, for me, about the United States. I don't like where our politics have gone now with Donald Trump. I know. My wife is telling me, don't talk about that, but you asked. You asked. Well, okay. I'm sure there are Trump fans here, and they have their own opinions, but that's not my opinion. My biggest regret about what I did, I don't have problems with smuggling hashish. Seriously. I mean, in the United States now, hashish, cannabis, is legal in most states. There are medical evidence how good it is for people. I was 22, 23 years old, and I was so selfish, and I let my selfishness take away my reason, and I did what I did, and it wasn't until I was arrested and I was in my first day actually in jail that they gave me a pencil and paper and told me to write a letter home to my family. And that's when I realized what I had done.